I'm sure you're all aware of it, that these recordings go on Facebook, they go on YouTube, and there's probably 550 of them at least. It's like a great research library for the meditation practice that I teach, and suggest people use it. I have a lot of these research areas. I mean, my website and, YouTube, Facebook, although I don't go to YouTube and I don't go to Facebook, it's all there. All of these recordings are there, these videos are there. So, use them if you need them. You need to answer questions during the day. You can go there. It's very simple, a couple of clicks, and you're there. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask?
Hi, Stuart. Sorry, I was 5 minutes late to the class, so I didn't want to interrupt. I thought you'd be finished when I arrived, so I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, that's all right. No problem. You have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, when you've mentioned that you do healing with people, and I'm wondering, when you do this, are you digesting their tension yourself, or are they doing it with you as a sort of channel?
Well, look, I've learned through years of doing this work how to not only digest my own tension, but to truly digest and burn up the tension of people that attend this class. And it's not me doing it, it's the connection I built in myself with a higher force of energy that enables me not only to, burn up the tension. Everybody brings tension here, but, I have family tensions, I have people, all kinds of stuff that I've learned to burn up. I've learned to dissolve by bringing it from the navel chakra through the sex to the base of the spine and burning it up, getting rid of it. It's what makes these classes so strong. So that instead of spending, 40, 50 minutes, having to break through everyone's tension, the Shakti is so strong that it really dissolves the tension in people. And then it gives not only you, but me an opportunity to work much deeper inside ourselves. We're not just spending 50 minutes burning up tension. We have relaxed the mind, we have opened the heart. That's the two major sources of tension right there, thinking and emotions. And the third major source of tension is sexual energy. And when those energies get dissolved inside a person, and you can, really bring them to the base of the spine, they become fuel that activates Kundalini. So instead of killing you, it gives you a spiritual life. But one has to master how to do this. You just can't do this. It takes time to build a system in yourself that enables you to do this. And then you have these higher energies. I have teachers in the cosmos working with me in every class. In this class, I was saying I'm a child of God, and with, all humility, a servant of God. And those kind of inner prayers and inner kind of workings enable one to open to be nothing except a vehicle through which God's energy flows. So it's a combination of things. It's years of working on myself that gave me the capacity to do what I just expressed. Without those years, man, I was so screwed up, the first time I sat down to do this, I couldn't sit for 30 seconds, a minute maybe. My mind was so crazy, so active. My emotions were so active. And then in time, you learn how to master the chaos inside, which gives you an opportunity to receive the energy of God. The energy of God is not battling with your tension. But that is the practice, that is the work of meditation. It's not just learning how to relax. Relaxing is it's just the precursor to doing deep inner work, getting yourself relaxed, and then the work, which is building that chakra system inside, gives you the strength to become a vehicle for God's energy. God's energy is not, it's not some, hors d'oeuvre, this is a major meal. If you open to God's energy, this very powerful energy. And you need to have the strength inside you to be able to receive that energy and then to transmit it to people in your life, not by giving them lectures on the right way to live and, who knows the right way to live, but just there's a kind of sparkle that comes out of a human being. There's love that comes, there's compassion that comes out of them. There's all of that kind of stuff that comes out of a person when they have built the kind of system I'm talking about. You have the patience of a herd of 50 elephants. I mean that. And nothing intimidates you, And it's kind of a nice way to live. Not to be intimidated by life, not to be a victim of life, to be open to whatever life has to teach us. And that requires, the thing I mention in almost every class, building an inner life and a system that enables you to do what I'm talking about. That's what I teach. And for God's sake, I hope all of you learn this, because why else would you be here? I mean, unless learning how to get that kind of inner development. I mean, I'm not a guru. I don't want to be a guru. I don't want to be holier than thou. I don't want to walk around dressed in robes and be sacred, and Om Mani Padme everybody. And, I mean, I've been in places where everybody says namaste and thinks it's spiritual, And I'm like, what? Spiritual, you don't have to say anything. It just, you have built an inner life that is capable of being a vehicle for God's energy. And people around you see that. They're grateful for that. And there doesn't have to be lectures and right way of living and dogma and all this stuff that goes on in religion. Just have to be love. God is love. And the only reason anyone should be in these classes is to build a system that enables them to do that. It's the best gift you can give me. Absolutely the best gift anyone could give me is learning how to build their connection with God. It means my work is being done on the earth. Does anyone else have a question I would like to ask?
Stuart?
Yes.
Yeah, you've often spoken that as we build a stronger chakra system, that we have a deeper understanding of what we see in life is real and what is illusion. So can you talk more about that as far as an example when you're able to read into what we would deal with in life?
Larry, everything in life is an illusion. At the same time, everything in life is real. The exact same thing that you think is an illusion becomes reality when you build a system inside yourself that enables you to use whatever happens to you in your daily life to get closer to God. So it's not dependent on the external world. It's dependent on each and every one of us and what we do to develop an inner life that enables us to embrace life as our teacher. So, I mean, I don't know what's real or an illusion. I really don't. But everything that comes into my life is an opportunity for me to grow. That's only because this system has developed inside me that enables me to do it. So the things that are, look, somebody comes, they scream at you, they yell at you, they this, they that, or you get this compulsion to make money and, enormous success in life and all. It's all an illusion if it's taking your energy away from you. But if earning money, a great deal of money, teaches you how to get detached from money, it becomes real. And how do you do that? You got to build a system inside that's connected with spirit. And you can't get free of what you haven't experienced. That's another thing that people should really profoundly understand. Karma is giving us the opportunity to experience the total dimension of life. We cannot get free of what we haven't experienced. So we have relationships. We need to get free of relationships. Doesn't mean we reject the relationship. We get strong enough not, to get enmeshed in all the emotions and the this. And we learn how to grow because of that. We learn that if we really want a relationship, we better go up to spirit, God, because we need the energy to truly make it work. Then the relationship becomes very real. So it's not external, it's all internal. It's the system that you have built inside you that enables you to transform illusion into reality. Because then all the illusion becomes a teacher that's telling you how to get closer to your enlightenment. It becomes real. And yet at the same time, you can enjoy money, you can enjoy success, you can enjoy all these things. And you can have them. It's like my teacher Rudy said, it's not to have, it's to have and to be free of what you have. Then you can distinguish between illusion and reality. I hope this is clear because this is a difficult subject, because it really is in every single facet of life, this exact subject, reality and illusion. And years ago, I had to come to the realization that reality gets me closer to my enlightenment. I need to experience the totality of the world. It's like my teacher Rudy said, he said, it's a smorgasbord. I want to eat from every dish on the table. I don't want there to be anything I have to come back here for. And boy, was that a lesson for me, because you got to be a vegetarian, you got to be this. I had such strict rules in my head about what it meant to have a spiritual life. And he just broke it all down. He made me surrender everything. Any idea I thought of what a spiritual life was, he made me surrender. I had to surrender it. I had to let go of it. Then it all got real because it was all teaching me how to get closer to God.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? Now, this isn't easy to deal with. This really is like the ultimate revolution inside a human being. Letting go.
Stuart,
But, yes.
how do we know as students that we are working as good as possible, or that we are growing inside and building something? How do we know that?
The how do you know question I get all the time, Luke. I really get it from so many people. How do you know? Your inner life begins to experience the world differently. Your way of looking at the world changes. Your tolerance, your patience, your ability to keep yourself from being swept away by all the indiscretions in life. It's living experience, and then when you begin to experience this thing, you don't ask, how do you know? You just live it. It just is part of your life. Because I don't know, look, if I ever say to a student, how do you know? I don't know anything, for God's sake. And that's one of the greatest blessings of my life, because everything becomes your teacher. And you're not threatened by anything. It all is there to teach you how to grow. And your system evolves and changes. You begin to experience the world differently. And the experiencing the world differently it's just teaching you that you're really getting closer and closer to becoming, well, first of all, a child of God living on the earth. And that you're growing inside. And you don't have to ask the question, how do I know? Because that's in your head. Understand? It's living experience. You are changing inside.
I am experiencing these changes, but I am also still getting angry for the same silly things because it's not working how I want it to be, or stuff like that. So I experience growth, and I experience also that I'm not growing.
Well, welcome to the human race.
Okay.
Welcome to the human race. It's like, okay, my next thing I'm sending out to my website on what I write starts out with climb Mount Fuji, a Zen saying, climb Mount Fuji, oh snail, but slowly, slowly. We have to recognize that we all are a bunch of snails, but yet we want to rush to the top of the mountain, except doing it a step at a time, a step at a time.
Okay.
And taking each step and conserving it and understanding the work that it takes to conserve the growth inside you. And that none of us, I don't care who they are, is ever going to be perfect. Ever. And there's always going to be something wrong in our lives. And, that something wrong really makes us work on ourselves. We need it. Without it, we'd be a bunch of, I don't know, cabbages, in a garden. We need something wrong with us. And we don't have to go looking for it. It'll always be there. It makes us work on ourselves. So, okay, you and me, we climb Mount Fuji, oh snail. But slowly,
Yeah. Get it.
There's another Japanese Zen saying, before enlightenment, carrying water and plowing the fields. After enlightenment, carrying water and plowing the fields. What changes is not our activity in the world. What changes is our whole inner life, the way we do that activity in the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question I would like to ask? Okay, there'll be a meditation on Thursday. I hope to see everybody. God bless you all. And, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for attending these classes. I tell you, every one of you is a teacher to me, and I just am very grateful to be here and to be part of this. So God bless you all, and there'll be a class Thursday, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.